Difference maker. Let's see if it makes a difference in this one. It is 00Nation starting on the T side and instantly going for that banana control.
I'm expecting this to be the best map of the series.
Agreed.
Let's find out if that's true. That print stream USP is not cheap.
It looks clean though.
I'm more of a whiteout man myself. Also not cheap. Pro tip, whenever a whiteout skin comes into the game,
Oh my.
buy one immediately. aliStair.
Whoa.
Is he good for 2 headshots though? One.
The
Oh, there's coldzera. He'll have a little help. Definitely want to make sure coldzera is one of the guys getting fragged there. Well, this has raised the urgency now as 00Nation are trapped on banana. And there's a pop flash play from Sico, who is threatening to push. Now the flankers cannot go down here. I've got a nerd fact about aliStair's position for later on, but for now, he's looking to deliver that final headshot, and indeed he will. Excuse my coughing. So, on old Inferno, when that thing was wooden, if you were at the end of it, you could be seen on the radar, even though you weren't showing. Not true in the new version of the map, but that was definitely a little nerd thing on the old one from many moons ago.
Very cool. Get some CS history in you. You learn something new every day. I'm sure most people didn't know that. So there you go. Spreading some knowledge. That was a nice setup from Grayhound, though. I love that Liaz comes up through the apartments to get coldzera out of there. Now the pistols, you might not want to fight them too aggressively. That gun gets dropped in the apartments. 00Nation probably pick it up. So they will decide to play a little further back. Always have to respect Le Pistoles. 2 MP9s on B. The rifles on A for Grayhound. And 00Nation very happy to play slow. I feel like Inferno suits both of these teams' play style. I think both teams like to sort of sell fakes on T side and have these little rotations where they draw CTs out of position. Wouldn't be surprised to see both of them play that way here. Oh man, Liaz getting bombarded by nades, and the wrap is coming up through long at the same time. coldzera catching 2 players out, and this B site is going to be the end goal here.
This dude is dangerous. Inz has got a great position though. Jumping into the angle, the NQZ will fill that space and fill Inz's head with lead. 2 versus 2 now. And Liaz is still on short with the M4 and 20 HP. This could hardly be more awkward for Grayhound. Moving through CT together. Maybe give Vexite the M4, I don't know. Might not make too much of a difference, but the urgency is high because neither player has a kit. This is a disastrous round for Grayhound. Hopping forward now, NQZ's in a fantastic position. Fast fire, MP9 as well. And all Vexite can really hope to do now is die or try to fall back with the M4. I think that's a smart decision in a disastrous round.
Yeah, that is unfortunate for Grayhound. coldzera, though, I think it was just so much presence on that short side. That's what allowed him to get up long. That was actually a pretty cool little distraction from 00Nation. They had players flying out the apartments, and you see coldzera just gets up long and gets to catch players out. So with all the action on that other side of the A site, they overlook that possibility of the wrap round. And again, I'm sure that's another example of coldzera calling for a round where he says, you know what, I've got a feeling I can get a good timing window. And as soon as he can, he single-handedly pulls them into that round and puts Grayhound back into this poor position.
Force buy from Grayhound. Nothing doing on that grenade. Seeing a few CZs out here. Not often you see multiple CZs in a round. 5-7 often favoured. 00Nation will deny information towards top mid at least. They'll attempt that with that smoke. Again, not shy to take their time, but with 5 players up, once we get towards 40 seconds remaining against a force buy, especially, it is time to feel a little nervous for the people with all the guns who are willing to go late. But rounds like this aren't necessarily the ones to do so. Now, they've smoked long for the second time. And Inns did start to wonder. There's not too much of an indication as to where they might be headed now. 28 seconds, and they are about to breach top mid. 20 seconds, anti-force buy. I could not be clearer. This is dangerous waters. These are dangerous waters for 00Nation. Smoking off library now as aliStair hides on the sides. And this is where the chaos begins and ends very swiftly, in fact. You've really got to believe in yourself to play like that against a force buy. That is scary stuff.
Yeah, man, full of faith that you've got a good call and that you can clear out those angles quickly enough. That is a crazy decision. I would feel very uncomfortable there. Oh, Dumal not ready for Inns. Up above, he'll take a Galil. Yeah, I mean, even with the clean kills onto the A site, they still only had 7 seconds left when they get that bomb planted, when they start to plant it. So imagine if someone's just hiding in a little hole, maybe able to get 1 kill and just, you know, tuck away. Could have been very awkward, but fair play to 00Nation. It pays off for them this time. For Grayhound, it's a position where they have to likely concede an even greater lead early on in this one. Again, those 2 rifles saved. But not always that easy to get them activated for aggressive plays on Inferno. This is one way you could try. If you have that smoke down, you can flash yourself in the second mid, go deep and aggressive. I think they might have missed that smoke slightly, though, with that small gap there. So I don't think Grayhound want to take that risk anymore in case there is that AWP trained down mid. Rifles both on B, flashed in. Dumal dinked as he has to fall back. Really want these fights on Banana, and the MP9 is going to just about get away, but as he looks back, there are 2 rifles waiting for him.
They've got time, though. They may feel compelled to force these CTs away or fight for the round here. Dumal's got 10 HP and a frag on Sico. That makes things even more awkward for Vexite. Yeah, from 10 to 2.
How's that possible? Must have been through the wall.
And that wall's his best friend now. But is that enough? He's going to be waiting on T-ramp. 38 seconds remain as the rest creep forward. But where will they go? Will it be a wrap towards B? Perhaps not, as Dumal moves away from T-ramp. Smoke towards library again, and this one will still be dangerous. The CZ could be crucial here as that clock continues to tick down. Vexite on the rotation as well. There's the USP. Liaz got to find a kill here. Needs to stay alive in the pit as well, but he won't be able to do so. Again, a late clock, but still success so far. Vexite in the clutch now. 1 versus 4, and he's cut them in half already. Spotted Dumal on the rotation. He's got half the information. Now he's got the rest. This could really collapse for 00Nation. He's got all the info. He has a kit as well. NQZ on the site. Could be hiding behind double stack, though. He's wondering, Vexite, what about the rest of the site? He's convinced he's there. Now he's got the info. His crosshair was so close. That would have been a monstrous clutch. But 00Nation are able to hold on.
Oh, man, it can't be that many 1v1s. That can't happen for 00Nation. And a 4-on-1 like that catches the first 2 players out, then sees the molly from the site, sees Dumal slowly peek him as he heard him drop down. He got all the info as to where the players were positioned. Knew that last player was towards the site because he'd thrown the molly. And even with the shoulder bait, had the chance for the fair 1v1 fight. That got so scary, but they hold on, and look at this aggression. Second mid is where the fights are going down, and they're favoring Grayhound. Response to B, though. Oh, that's what they needed. Nice shot from aliStair, smoke down. And now surely no chance for 00Nation.
Round 5, and this is already looking like a battle. Kind of response that Grayhound needed. Look how much money they don't have in their pockets.
Look at how poor they are. It's basically what you're saying. Oh, man.
You're killing me.
Listen, man, we've got a 1-minute save here, so we've got to do something. Something to entertain the viewers. Maybe killing you is a bit extreme, but...
Jeez. Gonna make that my sub sound.
Oh, then.
It
Anything
is.
you wanna get off your chest, James?
This cough.
I mean, yeah, I thought you might say that.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to me, if it was coronavirus or something, but there's still like some crap left over. I think I might have had the lower respiratory COVID this time. My third time. First 2 times was upper respiratory, so it's like mucus and headaches and stuff.
Oh,
But
man.
this time I was like very, very close to hospital.
Oof. Still sticking with the commentating too. Give James some love, everybody.
Doing my best.
Hell yes.
Well, it's been all right today, but now it seems to be getting somewhat annoying. But I'm drinking nettle tea to
There's a tip for you.
try and calm things down. No caffeine in it. Because I need the heat.
Like the caffeine.
Need the heat to help keep things a bit chill. But there we go. We're almost there. It's 3-2 then. Grayhound are building. Ooh. Again, they need some consecutive rounds to try and build some catch on their CT side. Because if they win one, lose one, that'll be a great half for 00Nation.
Full spy for 00Nation. It's not too bad, but they're missing some utility and some weaponry. Haven't seen massive fights on Banana so far. This time we will get to see some action go down with 3 CTs towards B. Vexite has a flash ready to help his teammates. Kings, though, who gets the fight dry against him. They can't set him up with the flash because Doomhowl's too quick. And it's a complete commitment here. 00Nation going through the smoke. Vexite wins the first fight, but his teammate's been dealt with, and he has 2. What a clean sight take from 00Nation. Bomb just about crosses. And I don't think there's anything left for Grayhound to do here.
Their only chance was Vexite getting a multi-frag on the site there. Such a difficult situation for him with so many players coming his way. And indeed, as we said before, Grayhound, they can't win one, lose one. That is going to be a huge half for 00Nation if the rounds go that way. But they will be losing one. They'll have the AWP on aliStair, and maybe that'll be the difference maker. But for now, 00Nation fight back with strength, using the numbers on the B-bomb site, only losing one player, forcing Grayhound to succeed as they head towards a 4-2 scoreline.
Yeah, really quick round here from 00Nation, which is quite nice to see. They have gone for some slower rounds throughout this series. They've kind of set that pace. And you saw that Grayhound weren't really ready for those just dry fights to come through. As soon as the first fight is won, it's so much easier to accelerate onto the bomb site. That's got to feel a bit frustrating for Grayhound. You've got 3 players on B, and you basically get nothing done between you. At least it doesn't force a reset, though. Still have money for a goodbye into this one. Oh, interesting. Smoke from the CTs deployed back from deep towards B. So you want to deny a bit of this early banana control. Doomhowl doesn't care, though. He's got the T-smoke down, so he's just going to pop straight through that. You'll see a lot of rounds start like this. Banana control slowly established by 00Nation, and then from there they can make up their minds. Maybe start poking back towards A. seeing what the setup looks like. Nice flash. Vexite forced off his elevated angle, but aliStair is able to land a shot with the AWP and almost isolates that fight against Next. Chunks him down low. That's a nice re-smoke. Great timing on that. Oh, but he gets spammed through. Oh, the bomb's been left alone, but does Inns clear this side? Oh, yes, he does, and that's the bomb dropped on long. That's disaster for 00Nation. Little time left for them. They need this site kill quickly. They finally find it, but how the hell do they get that bomb back? 10 seconds? Oh, I don't think they can do it here. They've realized they're going to have to save on the site. Imagine that. You're on the T side, you get the bomb site, you just don't have the bomb. Brutal. Absolutely brutal for 00Nation. Grayhound won't mind it, though. I thought that kill on long was the difference maker there. Once Next got that through the smoke. But the fact they leave no one with him on 7 health with the bomb, it's just such a massive risk there from 00Nation. Just can't coordinate correctly in the late round scenario. And it's got to be a sign of things to come. Early trade instantly with Sico and Dumao getting it straight back on Banana. Grayhound starting with that 3B setup, so too scared. While aliStair up into the apartments, just holding with the AWP. They're chilling. They're sitting back. This can be uncomfortable, this scenario for the CTs. When you're in a 4v4 like this, you have to leave somewhere weakened. Right now, it's the B bomb site that only has a single player defending it. Some fake utility towards A from 00Nation, but it's Inns who has to put that smoke down. He cannot afford to die quickly here. Big gap in that CT smoke. That is a massive mistake. Look at how much it's stalling them here. They need to go now. They have to throw the bomb across instead. That bomb should now get down safely. They've got no utility, and the boost comes up. Bomb does get planted, but it's only NQZ remaining. And that smoke is brutal. As soon as he shoots, they realize he's trapped. He's stuck behind the smoke. We can get on that bomb, and there is nothing he can do about it. Ouch. I mean, that missed CT smoke, it just slows them so heavily. The Ts there will be disappointed that such a rookie mistake has been made. You cannot afford to make that sort of mistake at this level of competition, at this sort of tournament. "4-4 on the score. And 00Nation having themselves pistols and an AWP for this round.
I love the speed at which you can move in Counter-Strike. That pit player, so fast. It's so hard to hit that shot. Always a chance. And QZ will be very important with this AWP. Have a look at this angle. Once the smoke goes, Liaz could be in trouble. I don't know if he's showing a pixel. Oh! Does he go back? Now, scoped in, this is not going to be an easy peek. Even if somebody swings the corner first, Vexite able to get out of there somehow, but coldzera again, the pre-fire won't help. coldzera cannot be stopped with that Tech 9.
Oh my god. The bomb's still back at spawn, man. Dumao's just got a kill. They're in CT spawn themselves here on the T side. Sico still in position. He could deny everything right now. Dumao has to be incredibly careful. They're running him down.
Oh,
they're all running him down.
Days.
Oh my. Not again with the bomb.
Sico finds himself on the wrong side of the smoke. They've still got the numbers. They've got 2 flashes in the hands of Cold. How bizarre. 2 flashes, 2 of the 3 plays of Kevlar. 20 seconds, everybody dies here, surely. There's the first one, there's the second.
Oh.
They run together. It's almost a collateral. Lato running for his life. Down to the rifle and the AWP. And Grayhound will survive. What a crazy round. I have never seen a round like that in all these years of Inferno.
What is going on in this game? What is happening here? I mean, the T's are just going through CT spawn to banana, trying to come back to their own spawn, basically, to get the bomb, because it's been lost there. It is just absolute madness. But Grayhound are the ones thriving in the chaos right now. Yeah, 00Nation. Timeout taken, understandably so. Let's figure out that bomb, fellas. Let's make sure the bomb is with the pack. I don't need any lurking bomb players.
That's a hell of a round, man.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a round. You can see Sico found himself trapped as all the T's rush his position from CT spawn, and his teammates are on the other side of the smoke. Like, how do you process this information? Beggars
Yeah,
believe.
it's not a position you practice for, we'll put it that way. Let's see if we get some more standard rounds on the board. It is 3B early for Grayhound. Again, smokes being exchanged on banana. This time, doesn't look like 00Nation immediately want the banana control, but now they flash themselves in. They will start to contest it. I've seen aliStair land some crazy shots on banana before with the AWP. Doesn't need much of a vision of the opponents to pull the trigger. Oh, and that's a nice one. Pretty tight angle, but he goes just wide enough to get the pick. Look at the response. 00Nation wanted to come to A, but that smoke is so well timed to slow them.
Forced off the angle. Mid will be taken by 00Nation, but 3rd and the 4th reinforcement are on the way. 1 minute will feel like an eternity to wait for 00Nation to make their ultimate play. Can't imagine aliStair creeps further on banana. Not the first time we've seen the second smoke on long, so... Oh, hold on a second. Where was that smoke?
Ooh.
Oh, it's for the wrap towards B, and they swing with the flashbang. Some variations then from 00Nation. Lian standing in the flame, trying to play off with his teammate. Vexite with 2, but look at that kill feed. Next, 1 versus 2 with less than 10 HP. Going for the fake plot, no one peeking. 24 seconds, things only get worse for him. Surely he doesn't have the time to clear long. There's no time to make a play towards B. There's a 2-man wrap on short as well. He sees no one here. Now he's got 10 seconds. Got a plant for the other side, going for the fake again. They could line up for him. Sico fully commits. He's got 1 second. He's got a few. He has to find aliStair. He's round the double stack. Dancing. Oh, balls of steel from aliStair. The wide swing. Oh my god, these rounds are terrifying.
And the fake plants nearly work. Grayhound wanting to stick together, using their man advantage in the 2v1. But that means as they both commit to the site, there's the chance to win the round by elimination. aliStair, though, just jiggling both sides, making sure to get the info and buying enough time. Grayhound's money is still so dicey. They've been winning a lot of rounds recently, but they've been close rounds. So 00Nation would love to keep the pressure on here. That opener, oh, the flashes are so good. Vexite's still in position, but he needs to stall them significantly right now.
Big
nice
headshot.
nade.
Headshot, big grenade. Back of the site, Vexite is overperforming with this situation. The MP9, the smoke creates some space as well. And now aliStair's posted up. He doesn't even peek anymore. aliStair can just hold this angle. coldzera's been dispatched of as well. So strong with that MP9. Liaz with an off angle with the FAMAS. He'll get an upgrade, and there'll be 7 rounds for Grayhound. Finally coming to life on their CT side in this series.
Vexite's had a very good series, I would say, showing himself to be very, very reliable. I think his positioning has been a big strength here for Grayhound. Yeah, that's so scary with those initial flashes coldzera on the Tech 9 has been incredible today. But Vexite, Mr. Reliable for his team, shines with the lawnmower of the MP9. Back to some more standard gun rounds then. Or, well, who knows if they're going to be standard with how this game has gone. What a fun map this has been. Hopefully it continues that way. Slow again from the Brazilians on their T side. Look at this top mid stack that Grayhound have going, though. If you run into this, it is 4 CTs in this position. Gotta have some utility here. Otherwise, you're going to be running into a stack. There is the molly. Liaz won't be caused any problem by that, but Vexite below has to extinguish it. And they are starting to head back to B here, which would definitely be the weaker bomb site. Only ints here for Grayhound. But they're going to rotate just in time.
I wonder if they understood the trajectory of that grenade was a bit high. Realizing what could be happening. Ins tagging through the smoke. Not sure if you heard anything on that occasion, though. Look at the spray. Next absolutely shut down to the USB. And CT's been compromised. That pulls Ins away from the site, which may allow the bomb to get planted. That angle was quite reasonable, but not quite close enough. 4-on-4 then for the retake, as there'll be an exchange of grenades. A kit for aliStair, a kit for Ins as well. Banana is in the control of Lato. Dumao and coldzera focusing here. Down goes Dumao. coldzera to trade though. But the Liaz will trade straight back after 2 from Cold. 2v2. Kits on both players. They've got to get on that bomb though. No more smokes to cover it. They've got to find these kills. Down to the 1v1. Lato behind the smoke. Doesn't have the angle. Got to get on the bomb, Liaz. If he gets the kill, he doesn't get the round. It'll go the way of 00Nation. Made it hard enough. They moved to 5.
Yeah, Lato was stuck behind a smoke on Banana for the majority of that retake, but it just took a little too long for Grayhound to get into position on the retake initially. And that was a big decision from Grayhound, whether they wanted to go for that or not. They had the chance to save 4 guns, because with their money, they don't have a buy in this round. They have to take a safer approach. So this is going to allow 00Nation a good chance to get back into this. Nades down mid. Dumao has somehow taken almost no damage from them. And I think now 00Nation have figured out what's going on. Oh, the CTs are getting destroyed. Get it over with quickly. Why not?
Fast eco round is a good eco round. Heading towards the dying rounds of the first half now. Round 14 is here. What will the buy look like for Grayhound?
Yeah, it's going to be bad, right? Like the utility especially. And that's so important on Inferno. I think maybe they do take some weaker weapons just to get a decent amount of nades here.
Yeah, it's opting for the FAMAS over the MP9. That can be depending. That can depend on what position you are playing, as well. Smoke is up at the half wall to stop Grayhound from taking all of Banana. Oh, yeah. No one saw it. It's fine. Nobody saw it.
Oh, what?
Okay. Well, that's
a
combo.
molly?
See, he was just tricking us.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a quick dink. Took Dumao down low, and oh, lovely timing on the flash. It is a clean round from Grayhound. That is beautifully done. 2 CTs pushing together. Vexite so confident. He wants to end this right now. NQZ on 14 health. He's not ready for the reposition. Beautiful flash timing from Vexite sets up the round. Just a $200 investment makes all the difference.
Wonderfully aggressive play from Grayhound. That one went swimmingly for them. This pop flash sees even more Sico. Just repositioning. He just saw the edge of the sniper as well. Vexite was here to finish off the job. Very fast round 14. Into the last one then. And the buy will be slightly improved. Just the 1 FAMAS for Grayhound and some more utility as well.
They're going to beat that molly down mid. I think Vexite is aware of that, though. Oh my god, aliStair with the AWP pushing Banana. What, are you crazy? Okay, he's going to get back. Established now on top of the half wall. In the meanwhile, this long position has been under threat in many a round. It's smoked off this time, but the incendiary slows things. aliStair just pushed Banana with the AWP. This guy's crazy.
I love it.
Gets the kill from it.
Coming to life in the last game of the series. That might be the perfect time. Liaz with the combos as well. Everybody looking for style points on Grayhound in this last round. 00Nation been unable to respond to any of this thus far. They've taken top mid, but not much else. coldzera saw Inz. I'm not sure if Inz saw coldzera, however. So close to the wall there, showing plenty of body before the eyes see all the way down long. May have been looking for a response. There won't be a good enough one from coldzera on this occasion. He actually has a negative KD for once.
Very rare in this series. Umao able to find one. He needs 4 more. With 27 seconds, there's no point in saving, mate. It's the last round of the half. But I think he knows his chances are basically non-existent here. It is going to be Grayhound with the lead at the half. 9-6 in their favor, but honestly, this game has been so chaotic. I don't think that means anything here. There is still every chance for 00Nation, but it is Grayhound with the edge heading into the half.
She ain't ready for the eighth. Fake clothes, same watch, fake crep, same fucks, fake squad, same lots, but flop, ain't what I'm on, aim up, don't stop, we beat leveling, proceeds increase heavily, don't need this man's energy, I be the one, beat the one. I don't make a song to make a song, and the vibe is right, the mic will let me onto the sounds, I light a pint, spit the strong in the line, pick me first before I'm gone, I ain't straight sicker with the wordplay, syllables spin, I don't fidget when I burst straight, minimal talk when I work late, fuck what you think by my work rate, celebrate wins like a birthday. This is 3-6, got a mean list of the tracks, you man busy sleeping when I brainstorm as a plan, linked handy on the underground. I don't even have to ask. Miss laughing with my brother now. I ain't talking about Dan. Catch up when he lands. Snapshot with a fan. KL did a madness. Back soon going ham. Come see how we ride out. Short change but we smile proud. Been blazed for a while now. Stay ready for the jam. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the eighth. She ain't ready for the eighth. He be riding on the wave. I ain't got a lot to say. Mine's heavy, give me space. Pine's ready, let me blaze. Spend money, what a waste. Times money, money pays. You ain't ready for the eighth. She ain't ready for the eighth.
Hey, freedom is ours. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Freedom is ours. You know, fist up, we got power. Woo. Hey, say it again, man. Freedom is ours. Fist up in the air. Who got the power? You know. Hey, say it again. Freedom is ours. We got the power. We gonna make it. This thing ours. We're gonna squeeze that laminator, sweet or sour. We got the room shaker. That be the mood breaker. You better move, breaker. You say it, man. Freedom is ours. I tell my brothers to never relent. Black skin, you ain't gotta pretend. Gotta give it like 100%. Do more, give 110. Freedom is ours, huh? I gotta leave in an hour, huh? I had to meet with the powers, huh? They wanna give it, allow it. We gotta take it. But brace yourself. There's water we had. Got a bottle, then pour me a glass. Take a seat when I talk to the class. Look at their faces, all of them mad. But some of you gotta relax. You said we went up to the task, now we just laugh. Freedom is ours. You know, fist up. My God, he's a viral. The best in the game.
Greyhounds have come alive in this third and final map of this series versus 00Nation, who started off looking like the stronger team overall, especially when it came to surviving CT side. But have they got it in them to finish off the job, or will we see another resurgence from 00Nation? Another visit to the Lazarus pit, perhaps, to make a comeback, a second wind in this second half of this third and final map.
Need to see more from 00Nation. Felt like Grayhound had the edge in that first half. And we've got a massive top mid stack here from 00Nation. Dumao has been left alone on B without anything. No Kevlar, no nades, nothing. So if this B site is to be tested, I think it might be a retake setup from 00Nation with the kit and the utility they have at their disposal. Dumao laser focused, leaning in onto his monitor. He wants a quick kill here, but the jump across makes it impossible. He looks for the lineup, he can't find it. And now it will be that retake setup here from 00Nation, but they lose Dumao early.
Dumao was naked out there. He never stood a chance. That's a massive flashbang, though. And two very fast frags. Sico has so much to do there. You can see the urgency in how his mouse was moving. And then there were two for Grayhound, but three for 00Nation. Moving through with a kit. aliStair moving through the smoke, and just like that, bingo, bango, bongo, bish, bash, bosh. 10 rounds for Grayhound. He made that look easy.
I love the little nod afterwards as well. Just looks at his teammates like, yeah, don't worry, guys. I'm here. I'm here for you. Holy. I mean, so this is the first kill. Flashback on Banana, brilliant. The nades obviously set up here. The smoke for coffins, the incendiary in. But yeah, man, literally just walks out, just sweeps him under the rug instantly. No time to waste from aliStair. Beautifully done. And now Grayhound are in a great position. If they can convert this round, they have every chance here of making this happen. This will be a big win for Grayhound. They haven't been finding much success lately in international competition, even if they have been very dominant in their region. Got to deal with the Deegs, though. Got to deal with the pistols. And these rounds can definitely get funky sometimes.
Giant charging handle on the side of that Galil. Looks like a toy. Definitely can't miss it, though. Especially with the gloves on. 50 seconds. It's Grayhound's turn to make a play for a slow round. They've only got one lurker in this apartment, though. Vexite needs to jump off the frame of the door to avoid getting headshot here. On the charge. Oh, there's two behind him, actually. All right. Well, the jig is up. Time to get your skates on. In they go. coldzera behind the smoke will be dealt with handily by a flying Mac-10.
Yeah.
The remainder will have to fall back and reset the situation next round if they can.
That's the sort of smoke you can definitely try in matchmaking. You can toss it down. But at this level, I think as soon as you see a strange smoke in the graveyard position, you're probably just going to spam it. You don't want to get one-wayed in this sort of round. So Grayhound finding success again. 11 rounds about to be confirmed. Nice seeing some of the other players step up for Grayhound. I know a lot of people will be aware of Liaz from when he was picked up into the Renegades, 100 Thieves roster, whatever you want to call it. But seeing Vexite especially have great positioning. I think he's probably been their best player in this series. And then aliStair had such a quiet first map and has, ever since, not showed any signs of slowing down. 00Nation have to save again. They have to concede 12. The thing is, we've seen comebacks already in this series, James. So we're not going to get ahead of ourselves in any sense. But this is a massive advantage now for Grayhound, assuming they convert this.
Yeah, I mean, they did lose a bigger advantage on Mirage. So nothing is to be taken for granted. That much is for sure.
Grayhound don't mind the slow pace on Inferno. I remember casting them on this map at Cologne in the past, where I'm pretty sure they beat OG on this map at that tournament. It was kind of a specialist map for them, and they would really try and outcool their opponents, try and draw those rotations in the gun rounds. Obviously here against the pistols, it's a little harder to do that. 00Nation are probably just going to take some risks and stick to them. Smokes up to long. Grayhound again, wrapping that A site with most of their players, and it's like a pretty good call here. Nice clear Vexite. That's what they needed, and they spotted coldzera as well. He's tried it again, man. He's tried it again.
With the USP.
Oh no! There's a volley there, my guy.
Watch out for that flame carpet. The floor is lava, coldzera, and you lose on this occasion. So outmaneuvered once again. This time they'll come away with a Galil for the time being, at the very least, 00Nation. And they'll save their Kevlar for the round to come. That'll give them some bonus money, which could pay off in the long run. But indeed, this half will more or less start with a 12-6 scoreline. Grayhound have had nightmares already in this series, losing a considerable lead on Mirage. Will the same happen again on Inferno?
Big yawn from NQZ.
You could have put a shoe in there.
Yeah, honestly. I don't know if I've seen a yawn that big in my life. Hopefully he can wake himself up. They're going to need him. They've saved a lot of cash so that he can get that AWP out on the CT side. Now, if I was 00Nation, I'd consider a timeout here just to get everyone's head in the game. That depends on what you think the mood is like. What's NQZ doing? Okay, here we go. There you go. Reset yourself. Get back into the action. You need this round if you're 00Nation. You're now sticking with the Galil. You could have bought the M4. Happy to keep some money behind.
It's got better armor penetration on the Galil than the M4.
Okay.
He just needs to not be a bot with it. Extra
Yeah,
bullets
that's
as well.
my problem.
5 extra bullets. Plenty of advantages. It is a people stopper in Counter-Strike. Well then, 00Nation with half the score of their opponent, and we see the usual slower pace from Grayhound. 00Nation are poking close to mid though.
Oof.
I wonder if we'll see a boost in boiler later. Always nice to throw that in at some point and catch people off guard as they move through the apartments. Quietly done though by Grayhound.
Ooh.
Setting up
contact.
for the spot.
I think they missed their first flash. I don't think the jump thrown flash worked.
Well, there was a perfectly timed CT flash which revealed big information there. The MAC-10 spraying tells a story. Great timing for 00Nation. They get a kill on Ins in that arch position. Next in the pit now awaits. So you've got big crossfires on the A-bomb site. I don't see how this will work out for Grayhound. Liaz looks lost in the smoke. Going for some spray, trying to run distraction, but it won't be enough. How about that then? Flying to his doom, riddled with bullets and then cratering into the floor. First rounds on the board then for 00Nation in the second half.
Big round for 00Nation. They needed that. The counter utility was huge. That shot from NQZ makes sure there's no wrap from long initially, so they can focus these short players. And then once aliStair tries to walk through the smoke, it's already desperation stations for Grayhound. They're already so far down in numbers. So really nice for 00Nation to get that utility timed nicely. Oh, big damage onto aliStair. They are able to get banana control though. And at least it's the AWPer that took the brunt of the nade damage. Remember, there were some weaker weapons carried over for Grayhound in that previous round. So this is the full gun round that you still have to deal with. Ooh, good flashes. And an incendiary.
Yeah, I love them fighting back. Not allowing Grayhound to continue at their pace uncontested, unchallenged. There will be challenges as far as Banana is concerned. You can see a two-person setup on long for 00Nation. They will will be some response. Maybe with that they can get some sound cues. You can see coldzera still in the corner. Heading towards the 45-second mark, we can see that Grayhound have indeed encroached on Banana once again. Now, coldzera has instantly seen that no one is top mid. There's been a pop flash, and now we've got a third player rotating towards B, and they've got smokes to kill time.
I think they can go through here, though, Grayhound, because of the positions of the CTs. Inz even tries to get a kill before the smoke blooms. And, oh, man, there is that rotation. Dumao here to help. Can that bomb get planted easily? They're surrounded, but look at aliStair almost landing the shot. Elsewhere, Dumao will go down, so I think that bomb can be planted safely. And now 00Nation have to decide whether they want to go for this retake.
Brute force once again, surely 00Nation are too close to fall back now. Big headshot from Sico.
It might be save time.
Yeah, but did they have a smoke though? How did they even get to CT in this situation? aliStair can punish them. He's got a great angle looking to his left though. They surely don't make it out of this alive. Oh, but that reload has come at such an awkward time. But Sico will clean up the rest. Again, the brute force into the B bomb site, abusing the numbers. Still awkward though. A traffic jam in the smoke as the point player had to go back into the smoke and reload. But they made it work eventually. 13 then to 7 in favor of Grayhound.
aliStair just couldn't buy a kill there. Sico got a quad kill on the round. That peak is the difference though. Beautiful headshot. And then 00Nation not even allowed to save. Sico gets some assists from his teammates on those kills. At least still money for 00Nation. But 13 rounds against them. Timeout taken ahead of this round. This time not coldzera doing all the talking. Dumao on the far side of your screen was having a word. Yeah, definitely got to figure this out here. Grayhound are looking pretty damn good here on this T side.
They can't lose too many rounds like that, 00Nation. But they are being active on that CT side. They had the information, they had the rotation. Perhaps it was a few seconds too late, though. Couldn't get to that B-bomb site in time to put things into their favor. But this will be a big buy from 00Nation. So I think they'll feel like they're making the right plays as far as how they responded in that round. They were just unlucky on the B-bomb site, but that is an important opening frag on Banana from NQZ. 500 HP, 00Nation. And that was to some degree a marginal round at points as those entries came in on B. And maybe this will be the difference maker for 00Nation.
Don't see those AWP on AWP battles too often nowadays at the top level of Counter-Strike. But aliStair just tried to jump up, and NQZ was waiting for him. So nice advantage for the CTs to work with. And now an earlier commitment could be ready for Grayhound here.
Dumao and his angles. Get that man a protractor. Not sure what it's for, though.
Interesting smoke. Oh, he's going to use behind it.
All right, then, let's see how this works for Dumao. This could be a masterstroke from him. Dumao in the pool, leaving Liaz wondering what has been happening. Fantastic. Fantastic play from Dumao, bringing out the gimmicks. Liaz with 2 HP, 1v3. Less than 30 seconds as well. 2 plays moving up. The longer this goes on, the harder it becomes for Liaz to find a plan. He's got to commit to this before that smoke dissipates. Indeed, that part has been done. Mainly the guns coming. There's a flash if they want it. But they've got the numbers to trade here as well. Liaz doesn't have much space to move in. Doesn't have much HP to survive with either. A big play from Dumao around that pool position with the smoke, helping 00Nation hold on to this round.
Yeah, really cool to see him line that up just before the push was happening. And then the way he played around that smoke was perfect. Initially stands up to peek over the top. Also allows himself to drop down into pool comfortably. This is that first fight, just spots the head first. does the adjustment, and then you see how he works with these angles. Definitely one worth trying at home if you're having struggles with that B site on Inferno. Bomb plant gives Grayhound some extra cash, and at least allows them a little investment into this round. But it is still a round that should be heavily favored to 00Nation here. They tried the nade stack. But it's not going to work this time. Wow, look at this read here. 00Nation rotating a fourth defender to A. Grayhound could be about to run into a brick wall. And I wouldn't advise that. I can tell you that from first-hand experience. Need this flash hit to come out through the waterfall. Might work okay for them if they can run down next and steal his gun. Here comes the flash. Ooh.
Well, he went for quite the flight there. I'm impressed at that part, at least. Not much else for him to do here. The score's getting close now. If you're a Grayhound fan, it's time to be nervous. Because, again, I think 00Nation have had a good grasp on the situation in some of these 4-bar rounds we have seen. So the score could be even closer if things went their way in that earlier round. Now, they know that, especially on the B bombs, like Grayhound are simply going to be abusing the numbers as hard as they can. I think that smoke response from Dumal was one way to deal with it. Can't do that each time, though, although he could use it as a bait. That would be an expensive smoke grenade, though. So many questions to be answered as we see a timeout from Grayhound. 00Nation will be thinking about how to deal with this, because we've seen in this series they like favoring the B plays with the numbers, just overwhelm and trade frag, but the CT's in a position where they can't really afford to go for the retake.
Yeah, we've got to see if Grayhound have some extra gears they can go to here on their T side. Those B plays have been countered in recent rounds. Again, we got that off of NQZ on Banana. Vexite looking into top mid early. They've put down an instant A long smoke in this round on the Grayhound side of things, which will bait out some counter utility from the CTs. Rounds getting tenser and tenser. This series has been so tight. First map was a 16-14 for 00Nation. Second map a 16-12 for Grayhound. It's been hotly contested here throughout this series, and this map looks like it might go down to the wire as well. Commitment into top mid from Grayhound, but they leave their options open in this one. Could it be an A-site commitment, though? Haven't really seen it in the gun rounds too often. Looks like they might want to go for it in this one.
Quite the smoke grenade in mid from the CT side. And again, coldzera, he sees the bomb on the radar as well and takes it down. Through the smoke it goes. Perfect from him. Back onto the site. What are you going to do about that, he says to Grayhound. We know exactly what your plan is. We've got 4 players here as well, including Dumal and CT Sport. You can go for the wrap. We've got the angles. 20 seconds, no time for that big headshot from Vexite, but there's so much more to do. Do they even have any util for this position? They're walking into a crossfire. They are getting cut to ribbons. Liaz and Inns remain, and again, this is the concern for Grayhound. 00Nation's timing late on in these rounds. This is another example. We saw it on a previous round where coldzera had a pot flash, had the re-peek for top mid, had the rotation towards B. Didn't go their way, but they're still on top of these rounds when they get into the late stages. 00Nation are ready for these late rounds from Grayhound.
Yeah, I love the initiative he's taking there. I love the timing of it. He went through some flames, coldzera, to get to that position. But it's just so valuable when you get the info like that, especially when it's the bomb that gets dropped so late in the round. Allows Dumal to rotate over. It allows that brutal crossfire on A long. Nothing Grayhound could do about it. In's trying a cheeky play, but They're going to play back on Banana, making sure to play it safe on the CT side. So I think they are aware it is 2 safe AKs they're up against. This leaves the economy uncomfortable for Grayhound. Ooh, nades being juggled. It's okay, though. No peek against them. Umao, I think, calling for a flash into Banana. Should have spotted aliStair there, but puts a smoke down. Looks like Grayhound will group back up towards A instead. No nades for them, though. It just has to be headshots.
Very arid environment. Next may have seen some of Ins there. Showing a rifle on short as the rest of the team go back towards the B bomb site. coldzera is a problem on A. Honestly, I feel like the first half of the round should be trying to find a coldzera frag for Grayhound. The remainder of the squad moving towards B. That bait not taken. That bomb certainly will be, though. NQZ on the pistol, causing more problems. But there might be a bomb plant in this, and then who knows after that? aliStair's got a post-plant AWP all of a sudden. One's gone past the angle, though, and that is coldzera. Get that reload in early. The aim punch not working there. And now aliStair is in the clutch. How long does he focus on this angle, though? He knows his left side is compromised. Forcing forward now. He needs to find a kill before they get on top of him. Those flashes are really good. They've got to swing together or do that instead. There was so much opportunity for Grayhound, but it's lost as coldzera finds the defuse.
Yeah, that player sneaking into ruins, maybe being the difference maker there, winning that early fight and making aliStair feel like he had to make something happen. The fact that aliStair gets that jump kill, though, kind of crazy. Thank you, PC. Doing a decent job as aliStair just jumping up. Still making that round competitive, but remember, it's that awkward economy that might be fixed from the bomb plant somewhat. Liaz and Ins getting just a bit more money. Maybe subsidizing a better buy for Grayhound, who take yet another timeout because this is getting close now. Just 2 rounds the difference.
Nightmare is coming back. Nightmare is bearing fruit for 00Nation. Now, I do wonder, do Grayhound go for something a little faster, because 00Nation are solving their timings late on in these rounds. And again, coldzera is a big part of that. His thinking brain, but also his actions on the server as an individual. He is the problem causer for Grayhound. There's more than one way to solve that. Different setup, though, from 00Nation. We can see coldzera and Next. A 2-man setup around the balcony. Grayhound will serve a smoke towards long as they swing and see that no one is here. What do they understand? What do they reckon might be coming then with this minute on the clock?
There's a long smoke deployed by Grayhound this time. Same one 00Nation themselves were using in the first half. Oh man, dangerous spray from Lato. Without the silencer, they know exactly where those bullets are coming from. And now this A-Rap looks likely. More nades coming in towards the bomb site. They've had to adjust their setup here, 00Nation. Dropping down towards Pit. Trying to stay alive. They're trying to find fights. And coldzera playing around the smokes. He stalled them. They've been slowed significantly here on their approach. The smokes are fading. And that might allow more players to help out here on the CT side. They've got to get a move on. 20 seconds. They need to take this bomb site, but... Oh, what a shot from aliStair! And that's how they unlock it all!
I can't believe it. What a stalemate we saw. 00Nation didn't have the angles to find the info. Wondering what was happening there, but that is a hell of a headshot from aliStair.
What
No one is showing. Well, that's one way to break the stalemate. These are rounds you just don't see anywhere else.
Only in this series. Man, I feel like I see that wallbang attempted so often, and so rarely is it successful. Like, to wallbang headshot like that. Oh, unbelievable. I think I've seen Shiro land that before. I can't think of many times that kill's come in, and what a key moment for it to come through as well. Just unlocks everything for Grayhound on their approach to A.
That was an important frag as well, responding to the tracer fire from earlier on. But that headshot from aliStair, if he doesn't get that through the wall, then what happens to that round? They've broken the curse for now, Grayhound, but there is plenty more work they need to do. Because 00Nation, to me, look like the stronger team at the moment. They look more likely to win the rounds. And again, that stalemate was unusual to say the least. And the break of it was even more so.
Four-man A setup from 00Nation early this time. They've got an aggressive stance in the apartments with the AWP of NQZ holding. And then next holds the other side. Haven't seen the apartments be a point of emphasis so far, so this might be unexpected. Oh, Liaz trying the pre-fire. NQZ unable to hold his nerve on that angle. So they get away with not losing that opening pick. Now they're quickly coming back to this B bomb site, and Dumal wants to go aggressive himself with a flash at the ready.
They've got to
How
read
good
that
is the
there's
flash?
a big bolstering of that A bomb site with such a commitment in the apartments. But again, the timing might not work out for them. coldzera's on the way. He's got no flashes for his teammate, though. There's no flashes coming the back of the site. No smokes either. coldzera's going to have to do it the hard way. Running into 3 players in Sico's here for another frag. They don't have the money to chase this 00Nation. Great read from Grayhound. They understand with a player that deep, they must have read that there would be rifle support as well. The AWP wouldn't be there alone. So there can't be 3 players towards B. And they love a numbers game, do Grayhound. Straight over towards B. Trade frag. Only 1 trade frag needed, really. A lot of players getting tagged, but a lot of still standing as well. All the information they needed. Fast decision. Off to match point.
Yeah, man, exactly like you said. I think it's just so common when that AWP is in the apartments to have the rifle support. And it's so unlikely you're going to leave 2 players on A in the apartments and no one else covering the actual bomb site. So really quick reaction from Grayhound there. And the fact that they're able to deal with that CT aggression on this flash peek. The Vexite response like that is so important. Allows Sico to start to lead the charge. coldzera just desperately hoping for something through the smoke, but not meant to be. And 00Nation will have to dig deep. It is series point for Grayhound in this mid-bracket of the Group C of Pro League. 00Nation taking a timeout ahead of this round. They still have a reasonable bye. And we've seen their ability to come back in the past. They've had some clutch rounds won previously. It's just so much harder to do that on Inferno if you lose the bomb site like that. There it goes, 00Nation. With everything on the line here. Dumal buying last second as we get into the action. Back to a more standard setup for 00Nation. Using some nades, and look at this, Grayhound straight up mid!
A complete change of pace. 00Nation make it back to the site. coldzera, the hero again with 3. And the bomb, no less. He refuses to lose. aliStair's rescued the bomb, but there's no way they rescue this round. 2 versus 5. coldzera forces his way to a positive KD once again. What is the play now from Grayhound? This makes their money awkward, no less. Inter's got 1,700. There might be an argument to save these rifles. If anyone's looking at the numbers here, that might be something they have to think about. Liaz moving forward, though, looking for more. Spots 2, but they will lose everything Grayhound as 00Nation move to 12.
It's such a bold call from Grayhound. But going through the smoke, I mean, it's a FAMAS from coldzera, and yet still, he's able to get a triple kill from it. Incredibly impressive from coldzera, who throughout this series has been fragging hard. Him and Vexite, I think, have been the two players leading their teams in terms of output. Still a buy for Grayhound. Oh, are we going to see this boost for the peak down mid? NQZ even throws a nade for it. Doesn't look like he was able to land a shot, though. In fact, he took a tag himself. Meanwhile, on Banana, CTs were sticking around, but they've decided they are happy to concede control for now. Oh, they're flashing. Oh, no, they're not. They're sticking with their passive setup on B. On the 00Nation side now.
Again, Dumal's just peeking the pixel angle past the coffins. Almost looks like he's lagged out, but no. As you can see, he's set up there with his new angle. But in the meantime, over towards A, top mid is being taken. coldzera has been forced back into CT spawn. Finds a grenade on the floor. He's like, oh, what's that doing there? Oh, that's a big headshot. That's the first frag you want every time. 30 seconds left now. Still a crossfire on the A site for 00Nation, but not much else.
Look at this aggression. NQC unable to get the kill, and aliStair confirms it back. It's looking brilliant for Grayhound. Every single kill they need onto the A site. A 3v2 post plant. And the CTs aren't even close to starting their retake yet.
We've seen them clutch solo so many times against match point. And now there's two of them. They both have kits as well. But this is not going to be an easy one. Smoke onto the site, and Lato will not get the trade. Grayhound have done it. And they've done it the hard way. That was a struggle. But they will beat 00Nation, finishing the job on Inferno. Very difficult series, but they came to life when it really mattered.
What a win for Grayhound. I think not only the result, but also the fact they were able to bounce back from losing their own map pick in devastating fashion.